Presenting holders 6 through 10. The holder of song, holder number 6. In any city, in any country, go to any halfway house or mental institution you can get yourself into. When you reach the front desk, ask to visit someone who calls herself the holder of song. You will then be guided to a single door leading to a long, winding staircase. It'll spiral higher than the building stands. At the top is a door that opens into a hallway. A sudden wave of heat will wash over you upon opening the door. Proceed down the hall, and eventually you will feel much colder. You must stand perfectly still and make no sound. If you hear a baby crying, turn and run. No harm will befall you, but the baby's cry will follow you wherever you go. If you hear it for the rest of your life, count yourself lucky. If and when it stops, your firstborn child will die. If there is no cry and the heat returns, proceed to the door at the end of the hall and open it. The room beyond will be awash with a green light. In the center will be an old woman turning a music box that produces no sound. Her legs have both been severed at the knees. When you speak to her, you must look her in the eyes. She hides a spear fashioned from the bones of her legs. Break eye contact, and she will impale you with it and leave you in seemingly unending agony to bleed to death. She'll respond to only one question. What was the song they used to play? The old woman will begin to sing. The song will be in a different language, but the melody will be the most beautiful you've ever heard. Peace and serenity will wash over your mind and body and soul. Suddenly, without warning, you will be able to see in vivid detail the image of a carefree child playing and singing innocent as can be. Though the scene seems peaceful and jubilant, it'll eventually take a horribly sinister turn. The children will begin to fight each other. Soon they will start to kill each other in the most brutal ways imaginable. They will impale each other on wooden poles, disembowel each other with sharp rocks, even rip flesh from bone with their bare hands. The image will then show these children, now merely tattered doppelgangers of themselves, spreading death and destruction more horrific than you could ever imagine. You will see a naked boy, drenched in blood, singing with delight as he runs through the hellish wasteland, pursued by unspeakable monsters. They will overtake him and utterly destroy him, his song still ensuing forth from his shredded lips all the while. Despite these scenes of horror and brutality, you will remain calm and peaceful all the while, though you will not know why. When these horrific visions end, an intense pain will stab at your chest. Your heart will feel like it's going to explode. Still, you must not break eye contact with the old woman, for if you do, to do so would invite such horrors upon yourself that an exploding heart would be comparable to paradise. If you remain steadfast on her gaze, the pain will eventually cease. The woman will stand up, although you won't know how, and place the music box in her hands. The music box is object 6 of 538. When the song plays again, they will all come together. The holder of the path, holder number 7. In any city, in any country, go to any mental institution or halfway house you can get yourself into. When you reach the front desk, ask to visit someone who calls himself the holder of the path. The worker will try his best to keep a look of indifference on his face while handing you the key, which, as he will explain, belongs to an unused supply closet in the building. If only it were that simple. Upon locating and unlocking the correct door, you will find a narrow, winding road suspended in an endless void, only occasionally disrupted by massive outlines of things best left undescribed. To fall off the path is to be thrown out of reality itself. A nightmarish eternity of inconceivable horror awaits anyone who either stumbles into the void by their own error or is dragged off the path by the timeless monstrosities that reside on the outskirts of creation. Should you ever feel as if you're being watched while traveling through this place of oblivion, The best chance you have is to immediately freeze in place and hold your breath. Continue to do so until either your audience loses interest in you or moves in to claim you. Should the latter occur, feel free to scream as hard as you want, though your screams will fall on deaf ears. Eventually the path will end at a door, and upon opening it, you will find a small, dirt-caked room. Propped up against the far wall will be a heavily emaciated corpse. What's left of its skin has long blackened with necrosis. There will be nothing else around, nothing else unusual about it, unless you approach it and ask one question. How did they require guardians? If that line is spoken, the corpse will begin to stir. A subtle red glow will emit from its eye sockets as it lifts its head and begins to whisper the long macabre story of the holders. It will speak of unholy pacts and unspeakable atrocities. Within time, its tale will touch upon every form of evil known to man or God, and then a few more. Furthermore, if given the title of any holder, it will reveal its history and the meaning of the object it protects. Well, almost any holder. You see, it'll never go into detail about itself. This is because the ghoul hopes that its visitor will not question why it seems to be lacking an object. Truth be told, its object is somehow sealed in its skull, and the ominous glow from its eye sockets is actually the shining light of the object inside. That object is Object 7 of 538. Its holder will do anything to keep you away from it. The holder of wealth. Object number 8. In any city, in any country, go to any mental institution or halfway house you can get yourself into. When you reach the front desk, ask to visit someone who calls himself the holder of wealth. The worker will raise one eyebrow, as if puzzled by your request. Ask a second time, and the worker will shrug and take you across the street, where an opulent mansion awaits. The mansion was not there when you started your quest, but it's best you not preoccupy yourself with the mansion's origins. Its owner would rather not scare you away. Inside the front door will lie a grand staircase spiraling up across the foyer. The walls will be covered in fine paintings, and a large marble statue will rest on a pedestal by the base of the stairs. The statue's eldritch features will invoke an image of a truly horrific beast, at once both alien and evil. Admire it all you want, but don't touch it, unless you wish to awaken this starved monster. Ascend the staircase. As long as you touch nothing, you'll be in no danger. Don't panic. At the top of the stairs will be a small, unassuming wooden door. It'll open for you, as long as you're not afraid. You should see a man with a pointed goatee and short cropped gelled hair standing behind a large desk of what will appear to be mahogany. His suit will appear made of both human flesh and Italian silk. He may speak at great length. He will talk about his amazingly beautiful house and the lovely statue of his concubine resting downstairs. Do not interrupt him, and do not answer any questions he may ask. When he is finished, still yourself and confidently ask, "May I have my salary?" He will proceed to explain to you in great detail the value of life. He will talk of things worse than death, and he will tell you exactly what he expects you to do. The fabulous interior of the room will rot away, and the floor will turn from French weave to feces. His own appearance will become unimaginably cyclopean and horrendous. He will then fish out a small banknote from inside of his human suit and hand it to you. That note is Object 8 of 538. Its holder is counting on you to spend it. The holder of wisdom, holder number 9. In any city, in any country, go to any mental institution or halfway house you can get yourself to. When you reach the front desk, ask to visit someone who calls himself the holder of wisdom. The worker will chuckle, and you will be guided to an empty room. The worker will hand you a key and tell you to wait some time in the room until you hear a bell ring. Then have you lock the door. Wait until a second ring and unlock it. It'll open by itself and reveal a long hallway with all the colors you may or may not know painted onto the walls, ceiling, and floor. Follow the hallway until you hear a little girl singing. Stop, close your eyes, and stay where you are until the girl finishes the song. Even if you think that it'll drive you mad. If you do move, run. Run back from the door to the door you came from as fast as you can. Jump through the window of the room where you waited before, and you might live. Should you be unable to reach the window in time, you'll be dragged back into the hallway by something that's not a little girl. Pulled by this horror until time itself ends, forever feeling the pain of every soul dragged to an early grave. If you do not move and the song ceases, you are free to turn around and leave forever, or walk deeper into the hallway until you reach the door in the shape of a human. Open the door with the same key that was given to you earlier. Walk inside and close it behind you. In the middle of the room, you will see a desk with a bright candle, and behind the desk will sit a man, his face hidden by the shine of the candle. Walk closer, but always keep the flame between you and the man's face, for if you witness what he looks like, your gaze will be fixed on his until your hands have removed every inch of skin from your bones. Stop when you're 5 steps away from the desk. The man will raise his hand and gesture you to come closer, but do not step any further than this. Close your eyes and ask him one question, nothing else. Who will bring them back together? You will hear the man rising from his chair, and he will begin to pray. It will be in a language you don't understand at first, but after 2 minutes you will hear a name. If you hear Anubis, then pray your death will come quickly. If it's Thor you hear, you may open your eyes. The man's head will be on the desk, cut off of the body and still talking. After another 3 minutes, he will stop and begin to tell you how you will die. He will describe every minute detail of your horrible death, and you will be unable to move for the length of it. Lastly, he will describe the one who will steal your life away from you, and go into such detail as to why it is necessary that you yourself will question which would be worse, you being murdered or you being allowed to continue to live. Finally, the man's head will stop talking. It is object 9 of 538. It is up to you what you do with the knowledge of your death, for it is now inevitable. The holder of ambition! Holder number 10. In any city, in any country, go to any mental institution or halfway house you can get yourself into. When you reach the front desk, ask to visit a man who calls himself the holder of ambition. The sound that escapes the mouth of the worker will be so slight and betray so little reaction, you may not be sure there's any reaction at all. They will lead you toward a stair that travels only upward, and is lit by many windows. At the top of these stairs, the worker will leave you to travel the hallway alone, and the calm of the window-lit hallway will seem eerie and unsettling. Should you see a shadow travel along the wall, do not follow it, for it is the one thing that will lead you to where you do not wish to go, to a place where you cannot hope to return from, to a place of your own silent fears and failures. No matter what form it takes, how it teases and taunts your dreams with the greatest of your desires and hopes. Do not even let your eyes tempt you to where it leads. If you make it to the end of the hallway without losing sight of your goal, you will see an open doorway with no locks, no bolts, and no restraints, waiting for you with a soft light. If you choose not to enter it, only walk directly back the way you came without attempting to peek around into the other doors, or you will meet the shadow and what it hides. Should you enter the doorway, you will find a room lit by windows that cover the entire length of every wall, too high to reach and shining light that seems far less natural than the sun or the moon. In the center of the room will be a tall, healthy-looking man, standing naked and looking out into the light. His body is covered in uncountable tattoos and scars where none of his skin is recognizable as it once was, other than his face. Should you look where he looks, you will see nothing and learn nothing. He will react no act or words other than the question, what joins them together? The man will look you in the eyes. Do not meet his gaze, or you will lose yourself in his soulless eyes for all eternity. If you can meet his gaze at the slightest doubt of your intentions, he will begin to speak in a low tone, speaking almost as if his entire story was comical and means nothing at all. But you must not miss a word, for taking this knowledge partially would cause failure in the worst way possible. When he finishes speaking, he will reach for his chest and remove the remaining sutures from one of his more noticeable scars and begin to bleed profusely. While he slowly bleeds to death, he will reach out to you with his bloody sutures. His last words may be heard in his own gurgling blood. Choosing to seek leads to an inevitable fate. The group of sutures is object 10 of 538. How you use them depends on what you hear. Those were holders 6 through 10, yeah. Bye!